Hi everyone, and welcome to Kickboxing for Kids Episode 2. Spiderman here with his buddy Emily, and what we're going to do is build on the skill from the previous lesson. Now, where we taught basic footwork, and I encouraged you to use that as a warm-up, there's a whole variety of ways in which you can warm up, and it makes things interesting to change it up. And I like to warm up with what's called attribute development, something that will help to enhance different aspects of your kickboxing skill. Now, Emily is going to demonstrate a little bit of agility ladder, and we're going to continue this on for the next episode. So we'll teach you a few ladder activities every episode. Are you ready to go, Em?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so step over there to that end. So what we have here is a agility ladder, and if you are unsure about where you can purchase an agility ladder, you can find them online, but you can also make your own using tape. Our boxes are about 12 inches, so you set this up in your garage, or you set this up in your front yard. Great, low-cost way to get yourself some good training on these skills. She's going to try to step in each box without crinkling the ladder. If she can do that, then she'll go nice and quick. But let's go slow first. Go ahead. 1, 2, all the way down, postures up, eyes ahead. Great, Em. Now show it as quick as you can. Now, I usually like to have people train each exercise for about 30 seconds. Sometimes we'll go a little bit longer if there's a bigger group, but since it's just Emily, we would do like 30 seconds. But for today, it's just a demonstration. The next exercise is called in and outs. In, 2 feet, out, 2 feet, moving down the ladder. I guess I gotta get out of the way. That's just wonderful. To train the opposite lead, she would just go back the way she came. Go right foot, left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Notice that as she goes, she's got her heels up, and if you can't notice, I'm telling you, her heels are up. She's trying to emphasize the front of the foot, which is where you want to be whenever you do your kickboxing footwork. Now let's show a variation on in and outs. Emily, go to approximately half the ladder. I guess that's here. You'll start down, and then you'll jump across and do the other side. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go show that. So as she's working, she gets to approximately halfway. She jumps to the other side, and then she can transition. And time. So with that variation, you have effectively 3 different ladder activities. High knees, in and outs, which go left and right, and in and out across the pond. That's just what we like to call it. Good job, Em. You feel warmed up and ready to go?
Yes, sir.
What we're going to do is learn brand new techniques. We're going to build on the boxing combos, but we're going to incorporate a knee strike, what we call a cutting elbow strike, and a roundhouse kick. Now, Emily's going to help us demonstrate all of these. Now, what she's going to do is face me, and let's go to our good defensive guard. Now, combo 1 is her jab. Where this exercise gets confusing more than anything else is first and foremost in the name. What is crossing hemispheres? Well, let's simplify that. Let's just call it opposites. Opposites, okay? So if she's going to work her knee strike from her jab, she's going to take her hands and she's going to clap them together like so. We call this a clap, grip, clinch. In the beginning, I do not recommend that you grab a hold of people's heads and necks, because as you're learning the skill, this is a high-risk activity. You can pull someone's neck, grab someone's hair, poke them in the eye, make them uncomfortable. So we'll simulate for now, but I'll show you a great training tool that you can utilize so that you can take your simulation to the next level and still keep people safe. But Emily and I will create a vision. Clap, grip around my head. This is what she's trying to do. She pulls on her elbows tight, and then she would bring her rear knee up and send it right into me. Any good target of opportunity will get the job done, if the strike is done with conviction. Thanks, Em. So, to simulate that, show the clap in the air and demonstrate your knee. She's really trying to extend it forward and not just scoop it up. So if she does the 1, remember it's left to left. I put hand over hand and we tap. Okay? She goes to combo 2. Now her right hand finishes combo 2, and this is a game of opposites, right? So what she's going to do is quickly switch her feet and throw her opposite knee. Very good. Now Emma, when she switches her feet, you remember what we do when there's a threat in front of us, right? We step away from the threat. So she steps back, steps forward, and then throws her knee. Now let's have you do that again slow. She'll step back, forward, and throw her knee. That's outstanding. Okay, now you can do that quick. I'm going to step clear just in case I get hurt. Ready? Go. Outstanding control, girl. Good balance and posture, too. Okay, so let's show them the 2 again. Left, right, she does a quick switch and knee. Okay, so now we're going to keep going up the ladder. She'll reset. Combo 3. Well, that ended with your left, so what leg does the knee?
Right.
Yes, right knee. Let's do a combo 4. Well, that ended with your right, so what leg does the knee?
Left.
Okay, do it. Outstanding, girl. Reset, and combo 5. Well, you ended with your left, so what leg does the knee?
Right.
Good. You are right. Right for right. High five. Good job, kiddo. Next technique, what we're going to do is a cutting elbow, which goes straight across. What Emily's going to do is start with her right arm, and she's going to bring her right hand under her chin and rotate like she's doing a punch. Now her elbow, go ahead and bring that forward again. In real life, she can hit with the elbow itself, and a lot of times it creates a very impressive cutting effect. But go ahead and do it one more time. When she goes to impact mitts, or in a moment we're going to hit the Wave Master, approximately 2 to 3 inches before the elbow tip would be considered an ideal spot as well, and that'll prevent scraping and irritation of the skin. You ever had a rug burn? You can get bag and mitt burn too. It's the same thing, and you don't want to have that happen. And then you can't train because then you got an open wound and it just becomes a mess. So right about here, 2 to 3 inches before the tip, good spot to impact with during your training. But in real life, you just follow straight through, and if this hits or if this hits against a human flesh, it's gonna do the job, okay? When Emily throws her elbow, she's also gonna keep herself in guard so that everything is nice and tight, okay? So face me if you would, kiddo. Let's do a 1. We'll play the opposite game, right cutting elbow. Very good. Let's do a 2. When we do the left, if she doesn't adjust her feet, go ahead and pull this hand in. Just do the elbow with no foot adjustment. If Emily doesn't take an adjustment step here, her elbow will be out of range because the extension of the arm and the extension of the elbow is obviously different. So what she's going to do is a little step and drag to bring herself in. Wham! Just like that. So this is a good way, again, to work on distance management or range identification. So she does a 2 and steps in. Good. Okay, let's go up the ladder. 3. From left, she hits with the right, and 4. From right, she hits with the left, and 5. And hit. If you watched our self-defense series, we talked about repetition being the mother of skill in one of our lessons, and this here is a good example of that. Now, while it's important to do repetition, if Emily came to class and all she did was jab 100 times, it would be pretty boring, right? So the idea is that you have to find interesting ways to teach not just the technique and get the repetition, but to also make it interesting and different. And this is one way in which we can accomplish that. So when Emily comes to train with Spiderman, she can do, like we did last lesson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can do a round on the mitts. Next round, instead of doing just that again, we can still work 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 boxing combos, but now we put in the knees and the elbows. We're gonna now do a round kick. When she does a round kick, first thing, give me your right hand. She's going to take her bottom foot and she's going to turn her toes, and now she's going to bring up her knee and keep turning the bottom foot so everything turns into me. That's her motion, okay? Go ahead and release that. Now, switch spots with me really quick. She gives me her hand, turn your bottom toes, turn your knee, bring it right into me, just like that. Now, stay standing facing them for a moment. That way. You can go easy. Just bring your legs up to a casual. Put that leg down, bro. Stand right there. Don't you move. Now, right here is the tibia, the shin bone, okay? You got the top of your foot, you got your ankle, you got your shin. This is what I want to recommend you hit with. Now, you can hit with the foot, but as you get stronger and stronger, the amount of leverage that is going to happen between the ankle and the foot is going to be greater, and there's a high likelihood of hurting your ankle. Most common injury is a hyperextension, but sometimes sprains happen too. The shin doesn't have a joint. Now, if we hit some pads, it's not going to feel like banging your shin on a coffee table, and you'll condition and condition and condition, and everything will start to become a little bit stronger, more durable. Okay? So that's where we want to imagine hitting our target with. Thanks, Ed. Okay, so come back over here to this side. If she starts with a 1, and she goes to kick, I'm going to put my hands down, and I keep my elbows close. She does a 2. Same switch as the knee. Back, forward, and pivots. Pivots the bottom foot. She resets. Combo 3. From left, she goes to right. Combo 4. From right, she goes to left. Combo 5. From left, she goes to right. And awesome. Give me 5. Okay, so now a little bit of power training once we've mapped out what it is that we're doing. Show me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to do crossing hemispheres or opposites with a knee. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hands are up. 1, 2, 3. Good girl. 4, 5. Outstanding. Feeling good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we're working the knee, but she's also gotten 2 reps on the basic boxing combos, right? And if you're only as good as your basics, this is an important thing to do. Again, disguising the repetition makes it fun. And now we're going to cross hemispheres with a cutting elbow. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right, hands are up. Let's go. 1. Good girl. 2. 3. 4. 5. Why don't I have a sidekick like Batman has Robin? I need a Spider Girl. You want the job?
Yes, sir.
You should. I would really like to fight crime with you. You get my back, I'll watch yours. I'd be happy to have you watch my back. Round kicks this time, everyone. When you do your round kick, you want to try to hit and stick to the bag. Not really a problem for Spiderman. But if you don't have the ability to climb walls, you want to hit and stick means you want to hit through the target and not just kind of bing, fly off. So you got to pivot, you got to tighten up your muscles. Emily will show. Let's start from our 1. Awesome. Then we'll do 2. Woo! I love the sound of that. Let's do 3. Oh, I better just get a little bit of distance on there. The shock wave alone might knock me over. Let's do 4. Outstanding. 1 more now. Let's do 5. Wonderful. Bag, are you okay? Are you okay? No, it's just, we got to keep using this guy. I mean, it's good for training, but don't hurt him now. Where's my mitts at? Can you go get the mitts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, team. So now we've mapped it. We've worked on the bag for a little bit of power. Now we're going to work for the finesse. Distance, timing, targeting, reaction skills, okay? Emily and I will play. Can we do a courtesy bow? High fives. Hands high. Can I have a 2? 1. I want you to cross hemispheres with a knee. 1. Oh, 2. 1 more. Let's do 3. And we're going to change it to an elbow, okay? We're going to start from 4. 4. Oh, 1 more now. 5. Okay, just boxing, just boxing. Give me 2. 1. 4. Hands are up, we're moving our feet. We're gonna cross hemispheres with your kick. Give me a 1. 2. Shuffle back, don't get too close to Spider-Man. 3. 4. I'm gonna move, track with me. Looking good, girl. Give me a 5. Aye, time. That's a good one to finish on. Give me 5. Come on over this way. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.